The following video is not an endorsement of violence or a glorification of armed conflict, and it is not intended to provoke war, disparage any group or any nation. I am not an expert, and I apologize in advance for any inaccuracy in my discussion. I hope that someday all violence will just be in games and that all differences will be resolved by well-reasoned dialogue, communication, and understanding between all parties. Hello WildRagers and welcome to the Wildman Gaming and Rage Quit channel. I've been playing Ghost Recon Wildlands recently, and I know it's not a new game, but I only just discovered it, courtesy of my good friend Mangkokula. I have not played any of the Ghost Recon games in the past, and I understand that the gameplay in Wildlands is a bit different from past games, so I was apprehensive about playing this game. Well, am I glad I gave it a try. So there I was, Wildman, a newbie, playing in Wildlands. What could be more appropriate? I will talk about some of the things I learned about this game while playing. Now, disclaimer, some of these tidbits I learned while playing it, and I even tried to double check on some of the tips that I was working on, and I actually found out that I was totally wrong. We'll look at them in a little bit, but I learned a lot more watching other YouTubers out there giving their tips. So to all of you top Ghost Recon Wildland players, thank you! Now here are 5 things I learned about playing Ghost Recon Wildlands. Number 1. Stealing helicopters. One of the rebel side missions in the game involves stealing helicopters filled with supplies for the rebels. As a general rule, you'll want to keep quiet and stealthy in doing this because if the cartel members realize they are under attack, the helicopter will escape and it will fly away and it will result in mission failure. So one thing you could do is find the pilot and kill him first. So one of the things I try to do when stealing helicopters, maybe planes too for that matter, is to look for the pilot. Look for a character who looks like he's wearing a helmet with microphones. Yeah, that's probably him. Make him one of your first targets. If you incapacitate the pilot, then the helicopter won't escape. It's still better to move stealthily and avoid escalating to a loud firefight because bullets and explosives, grenades maybe, could still destroy the chopper and cut your supply yield in half. Now this next one is really wrong. Let me show you what I had intended to talk about because I thought that was my theory. But while I was doing research on video, I actually discovered that it was totally baseless. So let me talk to you about it now. Number 2. When trying to catch a lieutenant for interrogation, sometimes it helps to check out all the nearby vehicles that he might use to escape, and then shoot the cars in the tires. In case things go hot and you are discovered, the lieutenant will try to escape, but maybe once he discovers that all vehicles have flat tires, he will just cower and wait for you to pick him up and interrogate him. Number 3. Snipers in the towers are in some ways easier to take out. They are isolated, up in their nests, so if you shoot at them, there's less chance that anyone will see them get killed or find their bodies and raise the alarm. Number 4. Building your skills to increase damage to vehicles has its advantages and some disadvantages, but mostly advantages. You see, once you build your skill in extra damage to vehicles and you choose a weapon with high penetration value, I think you can do some serious damage blowing up vehicles. Maybe my submachine guns won't blow up an armored car, but I find that my sniper rifle can blow up a pickup truck or even a helicopter. You just have to be careful if you don't want to raise an alarm because if you accidentally shoot at a vehicle, it can explode and alert the bad guys. Number 5. Rebel spotters are great for quick intelligence. Sure, you can use aiming sights, scopes, and binoculars to identify tangos in the target location, and you can certainly use a drone too. One other thing you can do while using a drone or binoculars is to ask the rebels for intelligence so you can identify multiple tangos in the area at one time. Of course, this means you need to do supply tagging missions. This is where you locate and tag supplies in out-of-the-way places for the rebels to upgrade the skill, but the time saved in gathering intelligence can be worth it. So, I hope you enjoyed this handful of tips. They don't activate God mode, but trying them out could add some fun to your game. Do you have other tips you can share for Ghost Recon Wildlands? We'd love to hear from you, and if you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. Tap the bell icon to get alerts of new videos on our channel, and you can support us on Patreon. Thank you very much.